Mishaps and technical ability are two reasons why gaps appear when the race heads downhill. And when they do, two things happen. Those with an advantage try to press it home, those who've lost ground try to make it up. In the corners, it's technical skill and traction that makes the difference. What about in the straights? Is there an optimal descending position for this high-speed pursuit where pedalling adds little and air resistance is the deciding factor? Well, in the last few years, we've seen several variations of the aero tuck. So we're going to take a look at them all and see if we can find a winner. Not surprisingly, when travelling at speed, most of us prioritise stability over even more momentum. Still, the cursory forward lean adopted by the majority when freewheeling does yield a more than modest return of around 12%. That's 6.5 kilometres an hour increase in speed over a normal racing position. Not bad, but there are those who are willing to be even more flamboyant in the search for speed and push the envelope of credibility to the absolute limit. Used to steal a march in the 2016 Stage 8 run-in to Bagnères-de-Luchon, Chris Froome assumed a form so inelegant it deserves some kind of penalty for bringing the sport into disrepute. Had he hit any kind of a bump, he would almost certainly have reduced his chance of having children. I'd like to say there was method in his madness, but our tests here indicate it was just madness. His posture actually lost him 1.8 kilometres an hour. So whilst his audacious move was enough to see him take yellow by 13 seconds, had he taken a more orthodox approach over the 8-kilometre descent and allowing for twists and turns and flat, he'd have increased his 13-second winning margin to 18. The lanky Sky Rider isn't the only athlete to come up with a novel all-or-nothing approach in an attempt to raise the pace either. A favourite of Thomas Voeckler a few years ago certainly reduced frontal area, but it required total commitment from the proponent, as not only did stability drop, so did any hope of getting to the brake levers in a hurry. But neither of these star riders were the first to introduce postural perils. Back in the 90s, Italian Marco Pantani experimented with a highly precarious perch over the rear wheel, exposing himself to so many dangers it's hard to know where to start. Sadly for the late Marco, it wasn't really worth it. It's perhaps not surprising that it's one of the modern era's best descenders, Peter Sagan, who takes the top spot with his semi-sane top-tube slump. With elbows neatly tucked away, frontal area is tiny, allowing a decrease in drag over our standard racing position of a massive 16%, yielding a speed increase on the straights of 9 kilometres an hour. Who knows where this quest for speed is going to end? Are there even wilder plummeting permutations that we've yet to see in the Tour de France?
Hey guys, I think I'm stuck.